Workout.
Oh man, I really enjoyed it. It was a very good experience. You know, they pushed us, they made us work hard. It was something different than than you see in college and stuff. It just show you the next level is tougher, and it's not easy to get here.
You had quite a career at Buffalo, doing 4 years, number of awards, NCAA tournament. What's this whole process been like you as you get ready to jump into the NBA?
Oh man, I've been enjoying this process. You know, flying all over, going from city to city. You know, just taking it all in. It's a great learning experience, and I want to thank the Hornets for having me here today.
You had a teammate that actually worked out here, Nick Perkins, a few weeks ago. Did he be getting on insight about what the workout was going to be like or what to expect?
Yeah, he just told me pretty much don't shoot a lot of standstill shots. After you shoot a shot, make sure you're moving, getting to the next spot, and just keep moving because the cardio in these workouts are really, really tough.
Lastly, come from a school like Buffalo that some people don't nearly watch as much on television. What is it about your game that separates you from other players?
Just how competitive I am, and my IQ on the floor. You know, I'm a guy who always going to make the right play. You know, I'm not going to try to do too much. I'm going to always make my teammates better, play hard, and I can shoot the ball really well, and I think that will translate in my defense.
How many of these have you done?
This is my first one. I actually been kind of holding them off because of my ankle. I sustained an injury during February of the year, and I kept playing on it. But I'm getting back into the groove of things, and I got about 3 more.
Workout with the Charlotte Hornets. How did you feel like everything went today?
I thought it was pretty good. I really liked the energy that the coaches brought. I even learned some things. A lot of workouts you go to, you try and pick a thing or two up, and I definitely learned a couple things here.
You did 4 years at Wisconsin, but you've tested the waters the last couple of years. Did that kind of set you up to be ready to kind of make the jump now? Do you feel like that experience has kind of led you up to this point?
Definitely. I really, valued all my time at Wisconsin, but I feel like I'm ready to take the next step, and I think last year testing the waters definitely helped prepare me for these workouts. I feel a lot better going into them this year than I did last year.
Was there anything today that you were particularly trying to focus on, try and stand out that you didn't necessarily do as much at Wisconsin?
I mean, in these workouts, I think a lot of coaches look to see who's playing really hard. I tried to do that at Wisconsin too, but then also I was picking and popping, knocking down threes more than I guess I really didn't even do that at Wisconsin, so I was trying to show them that I could knock down open jump shots as well.
Do you know Frank at all? I don't think you guys saw each other at Wisconsin, but has he kind of been someone that you've talked to as you go through this process?
Yeah, he was there my redshirt year, so Frank and I have a really good relationship. He's always been there for me, even back when he was picking on me when he was a senior and I was a freshman, but he, even since he's been departed from Wisconsin, he's always lent out a hand whenever I needed help and has always made sure that anything I need, he's always available.
Has there been something in particular that you've really taken away from him?
A lot of it was advice on the college game, and then he's starting to give me a little more advice now that I'm going to become a professional. But I would say the biggest stuff was, throughout my college career, he was kind of picking up my game a little bit.
That's how you feel like everything went for you?
I feel like it went pretty good. This is my, I think, 7th or 8th workout, so I'm kind of used to the flow of things, and I'm in pretty good shape, so I think it went really well.
I'm from a program like Nebraska, which isn't necessarily known for basketball. What is something that kind of stands out about your game that people don't necessarily know about?
I think my versatility is something that's definitely going to stand out at the next level. At Nebraska, I played, at different times I played the 5, the 4, and the 1 sometimes. So I think my versatility is definitely going to pop.
Do you feel like that versatility was something you're able to showcase today?
Absolutely. In the drills they had me doing, they had me setting screens and coming off screens. So and then offensively as well as defensively guarding those things. So I think I was able to show that.
So you mentioned you did 8 or 9 workouts. I know you were kind of on the fence about whether to go back to school. Now that the deadline's passed, you're in this. Does that kind of help you focus a little bit? I'm going to the NBA. This is what I can focus on. There's no more, thinking about the decision anymore.
My focus has been all on this process ever since I put my name in initially. So I did 6 workouts before the deadline, and my focus hasn't changed at all. It's just it's the same as it's been.
Workout with Charlotte Hornets. How did you feel like everything went for you?
Went well. It was a great day to just go out there and compete. That's what it's all about. Just going out there, making sure every rep counts, and just going out there and leaving it all on the court.
You played on a big stage at Tennessee, but what are some of the things you're trying to showcase that's different than what you did at the college game during these draft workouts and combine and things like that?
Pretty much everything I did, at Tennessee, but just taking it a step higher with, my leadership, my assist to turnover ratio, just my overall shooting from the field, and just going out there and impacting winning. That's what it's all about, man. Just doing whatever it takes to win, and I'm just trying to take each step each and every day to try and get better at that.
You mentioned your assist to turnover ratio. You led the SEC this year. Is that decision-making a part of your game that you feel like is a big strength that's going to kind of set you apart when you get to the NBA?
Absolutely. Especially in my position, the point guard position, you have to have a certain awareness out there of taking care of the ball. That's something that I take pride in, and it's something that I've developed and gotten better with over the years. So it's something that I'm going to continue to get better at, and hopefully take steps to get better and improve my assist to turnover ratio.
You've got a couple other Tennessee guys going through this process right now, Grant and Admiral. Have they been somebody you guys all leaning on each other as you go through these various workouts and kind of giving each other feedback and advice? Yeah,
I've spoken to both of those guys. Those are my guys, man. I love those guys to death, and I wish them nothing but the best. We talk pretty often, and I know they're going to leave it all on the court in their workouts, and they're going to make the most of it. We've all been, handed and worked for great opportunities, and I know we're going to all take advantage of it. So there's no doubt in my mind that those guys are going to succeed.
How many of these have you been to now?
This is my second one.
How did this differ from, and who was the first one with, and how they differ?
Orlando. It was pretty similar. Just a lot of competing, a lot of shooting, and a lot of conditioning. You have to be in tip-top shape, and being able to knock down shots when you're tired. It's just a mental game, man. Mental focus, a lot of mental reps before the workout, and just making sure you're sharp when you step on the court.
You just finished up draft workout with the Hornets. How did you feel like everything went today?
I feel like it went well. I shot the ball well, defended well. And I just feel like I did a great job showing what I could do.
You did the G League elite camp and then played your way into the combine. What is your confidence level right now? You feel like you're kind of on a roll right now in terms of this pre-draft process?
Yeah. I feel like I got all my confidence back. I feel comfortable with who I am. Attacking the basket and shooting and stuff like that. I feel like I did a great job showing at both camps and in all 4 games that I played what I could do in front of all the scouts.
What are some of those things that are really kind of coming to the surface right now that maybe you didn't necessarily show at Syracuse, but you've been able to show in front of these teams the last month or so?
Just the fact that I could play defense. I could guard people on the ball, that I could talk, be a leader on the court, and I could shoot the ball really well. Those are 2 main things, honestly, defense and shooting, that I want to show that I could do really well.
Simi said you and him knew each other growing up a little bit playing in Ontario. What's it like kind of being part of this wave? It seems like Canada is producing a lot of basketball players lately in the last couple of years. What's it like kind of being part of that wave right now?
It feels great, man. Always thinking about you representing your whole country. As soon as we step on the floor, just because everyone knows or thinks, Canadians don't really got it with them. We're, kind of soft, is what a lot of people say. So, we have that extra edge on our shoulder, and that's why we play the way we do. We play so hard, and that's why we're not going to stop. There's going to be a lot of guys coming, younger guys coming that are going to follow in our footsteps and do the same thing.
Played for a Hall of Fame coach in Jim Boeheim. Obviously, it's a great experience. What is kind of the biggest thing you took away during your time with him in Syracuse?
That he really just leaves it up to you, to be great. If you want to be a good player, it's up to you, and that's how it is at the next level. He treats practice like that. We have a short amount of time to get team stuff in, and then the rest is up to you. If you're not playing, it's really because you're not working, and coach realizes those things, and he lets us know. So if you want to make it to the next level, playing for coach is a great way to get.
Just finished up your draft workout with the Charlotte Hornets. How do you feel like everything went for you?
I feel like I played pretty well. Shot the ball very well. Did a lot of jump shots. Got to the rim. Showed my abilities, and I feel like I impressed a lot today.
And just a year ago, you were coming out of high school. You did 1 year at Vanderbilt. What is kind of the biggest thing you've taken away during this whole process, or during your 1 season with the Commodores?
I think I grew a lot this year. Matured a lot. I felt like this season helped me grow in many areas on and off the court, and getting into the NBA, it helped me with my workouts and just keep me focused.
For those that don't know much about your game, what's one thing that you feel like separates you from other players?
My ability to handle the ball my size, and ability to pass the ball and create for others and make people better around me.
You've had a couple guys you played with, Jordan Bone, I don't know if you know O'Shea, but did it help having kind of some familiarity with SEC Canada guys in here today?
Oh yeah, for sure. I played against Jordan twice this year, and then me and O'Shea grew up in the same country, and we played against each other, and had a fair share of time together. So, yeah, it's good to have people I know here for sure.
I feel like there's a lot more of these Canadian players coming in right now. It seems like it's very heavy, this kind of era of players from Ontario that are kind of coming in into the NBA. Do you feel like that now? What does it feel like to be part of that wave?
Yeah, Canadian basketball has been growing year by year, and this next wave of Canadian basketball is ready to shock the world, and I feel we're here to stay, and we're competing with the U.S. now, so just stay tuned.